Yo, 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 Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to Rooted in Music TV, where everything that we talk about, everything that we discuss is rooted in music. This is the podcast, baby. Michael T. Porter Music Podcast. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I got another bomb episode for y'all today. Oh, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, that share button, pass me around Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. And y'all know how I feel about my chising. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App, $ Micah US. Also, check out my website, 250gemstones.com.co. Oh, yeah, I gotta get. I love my little mug. My mug came in. I waited about was about 10 days. I think it was a holiday. I think I got was that Labor Day? But I got that little mug, and it's like, man, now I know why all the entrepreneurs wear their stuff. It's just like it's just a feeling. I got my T-shirts, I got my mug, I got my wristbands. Like, you're an entrepreneur, you're like the founder, bro. I've been thinking to myself, like, you're the shit, bro. You're like a CEO, you're a boss. The way you move, the way you think, the way you just handle your business, people should really just marvel at you. And I told myself, I said, self, you are on to something. You are on to something. But that's enough about me. Enough about me bloating and gloating. Kirk Franklin mother did her absolute best to keep this nigga away from her father. Did y'all hear about that? I did a story on it, but with this the podcast, this is where we get to actually chill. I love doing the podcast because it's not that much pressure to do all the editing and all that stuff. I just put up one picture and y'all just hear my sweet voice. Y'all just hear my sweet voice. Ain't it soothing? This is a soothing voice. Y'all can be in your car, headed to work or leaving work on your lunch break. I'm here to entertain you, okay? We're going to be talking about Kirk Franklin, not just Kirk Franklin's case. All these mothers keeping their children away from their fathers. Keeping their children away from their fathers. So, Richard Herbert is Kirk Franklin's biological father. And here's the crazy thing about it. Now, I don't know if this stuff is staged because they're all in Hollywood, but I don't think it's staged. Kirk Franklin was deeply hurt that his parents weren't there when he grew up. And now that we're talking about it, it's my job. I'm a journalist. One of my jobs. I'm a journalist, but I'm going to do it at the highest level. I got to dig. Where's my shovel? Where is my shovel? Because it's not so much about the gossip. It's about you guys hearing what I got to say about it. It's really about me. What I'm trying to express to y'all is about me at the end of the day, right? And it's about y'all. It's really about me and you. It ain't really about Kirk Franklin or whoever I'm covering. It's about us and us having this exchange. But we need them, right? We need their gossip. We need their interesting topics. We need the stuff because they put it on public display. His mother hates Kirk Franklin's father. You hate the father. Why don't you just give the kids to the father? There's nothing you can do for the kids because one, you feel with hate. Make that make sense. She's walking around here hateful. She's hateful. She is hateful, and she's pushing this hate on the children. Here's the first point I would like to make. Here's the first point I want to make. Didn't she hear all the songs he was making about how he wished he knew his dad? That's all I'm thinking is staged. There's no way you can write those type of songs. Now, I haven't heard all of Kirk Franklin's songs. I'm not a huge follower. But one of my favorite songs is Imagine Me. That is a beautiful song. That's when I really... See, you got to remember, Kirk Franklin old enough to be my... Kirk Franklin's 53. Oh, yeah, he's old enough to be my dad. He is old enough to be my father. Well, way old to be my father. So, Kirk Franklin been around a long time. But one of my favorite songs from Kirk Franklin, Imagine Me. And the song was just imagine me being a better person. Imagine me giving my life to God. Imagine me being a person actually living. Well, first off, becoming the person that God wants me to be and actually living that lifestyle that God wants me to live as the person He wants me to be, right? This song was about people overcoming their trauma, looking at life from a different perspective, even though they're going through something. Can you imagine me not being hurt? Can you imagine me not letting the world get me down? Can you imagine me not being insecure? Can you imagine me not being hateful? Can you imagine me not being bitter? Can you imagine me putting down the drugs? Can you imagine me putting down the alcohol? Can you imagine me being a better father, being a better brother, being a better sister, being a better mother, being a better grandma? Can you imagine me becoming a better person? I think we all strive to be a better person, but it's obvious Kirk Franklin mother isn't. There is a video out there of her actually lying down. Her son gave his life to God. Now a lot of people skepticism because he blends hip hop with gospel and he dances, and he in recent videos he was thrusting his hips. In recent videos, Kirk Franklin was throwing his hips around, and it had the I was shocked too. I didn't think gospel singers did all that gyrating, sliding, and gliding, and twirling, and throwing it in a circle. Kirk Franklin was gyrating. He was thrusting like Duff Man off of Simpson. If y'all know who Duff Man is off of the TV network, The Simpsons, the cartoon, go Google Duff Man as quick as you can. Oh yeah, Duff Man. That's how he was dancing, thrusting the hips. I was like a gospel singer doing all that. He was spinning, and I guess he loved to dance. I don't know, ain't none of my business, but it is our business that his mother lied about the DNA test. So Kirk Franklin had a DNA test done, but before we had the DNA test done, there was a funeral in the family. There was a funeral in the family, and Kirk Franklin didn't attend, and I believe his father attended, and everyone was spreading this rumor that, hey, Kirk Franklin, you need to go check in because we think Richard Herbert is your father. And he's like, are you serious? Kirk Franklin, you got all these mixed emotions. Somebody's telling you that your father's at the funeral, at the family funeral. So you're trying to figure it out. Are they just playing with you? Are they just being malicious? Are they getting your hopes up? So they did some homework. So Kirk Franklin had arranged for Richard Herbert and for himself to get a DNA test. Come to find out, the test, they took two tests now. The first test, 99.9% accurate. Richard Herbert, you are the father of Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin rejoiced. Kirk Franklin couldn't believe it. It's like that void. He's walking through this earth alone because he didn't grow up with his mom either, his biological mom. He did not grow up with his biological mom. She left him. I think she hates him, in my personal opinion, but we'll get that later on in this segment. He was so ecstatic, mixed emotion, and he found out that his dad has a daughter, so he has a half sister. So the mother is seeing how happy Kirk is with his father. You gotta remember, y'all. You gotta remember, she hates his freaking guts. Kirk Franklin's mother hates his gut, and what made her hate his father's guts, we're talking about Richard, even more, was to see that everybody was praising Richard for stepping back into Kirk's life. What made her hate Richard even more was that Kirk Franklin was on his side. She feels because she hates him, everybody on the block, everybody in the family, all the in-laws need to be on her side. The mailman, like she probably get her mail from the mailman. Hey, Mrs. Frank, her name is Deborah Jones. Hey, Mr. Jones, Kirk Franklin, mama, how you doing today? And she probably roll up on and give me my goddamn mail. She said, do you know Richard? And he's like, what are you talking about? Are you on his side? He said, I don't know no Richard. I don't know what you talking about. You better not be on this side because that nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. She wants everybody to hate Richard Herbert just like she hates him. That is so sad. That's why she was doing that to Kirk Franklin. She don't give a damn about no Kirk Franklin. She don't give a damn. I don't know what Richard Herbert did to her. I think he saw this side of her. I think she was a chameleon, and she ran up on him, presenting herself like she's a decent human being. And come to find out, he sniffed her out. He used his spidey senses and came to the conclusion that this hoe was crazy. But let's back to this test. Back to this test. Let me calm down. Back to the test. After she's seen how much Kirk Franklin, the rest of the world is rejoicing over this beautiful thing, a father reconnecting with the son and vice versa, she said it was a lie. She said something wrong with the test. Can y'all believe this heifer? Sorry, Kirk Franklin, call your mama a heifer, but I don't know y'all. I don't owe y'all nothing. You don't owe me nothing. So your mom's a heifer. Your mom is a heifer, right? For doing that. She's a heifer for doing that because she lied. She said, this is Kirk Franklin mama lying on Kirk Franklin's grandmother, which is her mother. This is Deborah Jones, Kirk Franklin's mother's talking. She's saying she pulled out that DNA test. Y'all should have seen her. She pulled out that DNA test and she looked at it and said, oh, this got to be something wrong with this test. Oh, this got to be something wrong with this test, Kirk. And Kirk was looking at the broad like, oh, you're sick. Something wrong with you. Kirk is a very intelligent man, right? Most people are intelligent. God don't make trash. The world, a lot of people who are trash, they gave up on themselves, right? They gave up on themselves when times got hard. They didn't have the oomph they needed at that point in time. Kirk Franklin is a very intelligent man. He's not a child. You could probably pull these games on the child. Kirk Franklin's 53. He's a grandpa. She's trying to pull games on the grandpa. Because the reason why I'm saying is because the way he was looking at her, like, bitch, are you crazy? Are you serious? These tests don't lie. The reason why I'm saying is because he has the money. They got the best of the best DNA. Come on, the man is where I now Googled. That's my job to be nosy. $8.85 million. Now, let's just say it's not that much. Let's say even if it was $5 million. Kirk Franklin has money to get the best of the best DNA, especially something that as this important. You think he just went down to CVS to Walgreens? No. They got them the best of the best. I don't know if it's cotton swab, hair, blood, saliva, hair, the whole nine. Come on, man. And I think that's why Kirk Franklin was looking upside her head like, you know who I am, right? First off, I'm an old nigga, right? I'm 53. He's in shape. He's a little nigga. He's in shape. But he's 53. He's a grandpa age. He's in his golden years. And the mama is in her 70s talking to him like he's a teenager. That's another crazy thing what goes on. This is why it's so terrible for a young boy to be around his mother all day. She can't give him anything. So meaning most single mothers cripple their son's growth, their masculine growth. They cripple their mentality. They cripple their masculine spirit, their masculine mentality, their masculine emotions. Our emotions are different from women. The things that get us riled up typically don't get women riled up. Most single mothers keep their boys as boys. She still look at him as a boy. She don't look at him as a man. And this is why her lying to him. Oh, she said, on my dead mother's grave, Kirk. This is mother talking. On my dead mother's grave. This is no way this could be your father. This is no way this could be your father on my dead mother's grave. I'm telling you, Kirk, this is not your father. I put this on everything. Me and this man didn't have anything. We didn't do that to bring you here. We may have messed around, but he is not your father. I'm telling you, on my dead mother's grave, he is not your father. Tell me why. They took another test. It was the same thing, 99. Kirk Franklin, your mother is a liar. She has destroyed you. And so when you see how people are in life, when you see how people are just lost, it's the parents. She lied to her son who's of age, but she don't look at him as a man. And the problem with that is when a mother don't look at her boy as a man, she's gonna treat him how she sees him. Oh, wait a minute. Kirk Franklin will always be her son, but he won't always be her little boy. And that's the problem. This is why a lot of them turn gay, because she has suppressed his manhood. She has stunted his growth mentally, spiritually. that growth into manhood, she can't give it to because she's not a man. She doesn't have the brain. The woman doesn't have the brain and the discipline and the wherewithal. She doesn't have that I don't give it that you take the most hardest the most educated woman, the most hardworking woman, she still doesn't have that, because once a man is able to tap into that realm in his manhood, I don't give a damn how many degrees a woman have. I don't care how many hours she put in. She can never compete with that, because there's a spiritual holy realm specifically set out for men. There's a holy spiritual realm specifically set out for women. I'm talking about their essence and their purpose in life. That essence and purpose in life and that spiritual realm that God has set out for him, he could never tap into it because of this mother right here. Because of this trash mother. And then she lied on her dead mother. So she's able to lie on her dead mother. Just imagine what else she lied about. I know her mother and her great girl. Don't you do that. I know Kirk Franklin's grandmother's and a great girl. Don't you do that. Don't you put me in that mess. Don't you put me in that mess. Please, Lord, don't put me in that mess. Kirk Franklin's mother looked him in his eye and lied about the paternity. Lied about the DNA test. So and she was put on the show. She was putting on such a show that she had everyone in the household thinking that Richard Herbert wasn't the father. The dogs were looking around. The cats, they were sniffing their butts. They were looking around. The plant started swaying. Kirk Franklin didn't know what to be. He just looked so disgusted. He just looked so bamboozled. And like I said, I don't know this all for a TV show. He's selling a book. It could be a possibility that all of this is just for to get a conversation. Maybe let's say this is staged, right? Let's say this is staged because even if it's staged, it's some good acting right here. But it does bring awareness on how mothers separate their children from their father emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. They mentally put a disconnect between themselves and the father. Between the children and the father. They intentionally put a disconnect between the children and the father. That's the worst thing you can do. Because now that the father is only hearing the mother's story, you know, women lie. Men lie, women lie, men lie, women lie. Oh yeah, she lying. She's a no good, rotten liar. And you know who suffers for that? The children always suffer. Everybody know the jig is up. The jig is up. I mean, you caught red-handed. But me personally, I don't think this is a skit. I know it's for the television, but even if it's kind of tweaked a little bit, she hates him. Kirk Franklin's mother hates his father. They ain't got nothing to do with you. That boy needs his father. So she would stunt his spiritual growth. She would stunt his mental growth towards manhood. All the wonderful things. She's robbed him of his manhood. She can't give him all the intangibles. She can't give him all the dynamics and explain to him his role. His father can, but instead of just being honest and saying, hey, one thing about single mothers, especially ones like this, they're narcissists, and they're going to make sure that they polish their image. They're going to make sure that they always look good and make sure that they're flawless. They're perfect. No, mommy's always right and mommy's perfect. And it was a big, bad, mean daddy. And he played games with me. And he told me that he loved me. And he ran off and left me boo-hoo now. And now we seeing that, your mom got some loopholes in the story. See, one thing that single mothers love to get their children alone so they can brainwash them and indoctrinate them so they can hate their fathers, because they don't want, another reason, one, they just hate the father. Two, they don't want the truth to get out. So they hate the father. They have, especially little boys, they have deprived their little boys of their manhood because they can't be with their fathers, and she can't give them anything, the intangibles, and she don't want the truth to get out about. She don't want the father to tell the kids the real reason why they broke up, because then it's going to make her look bad. It's all about her. It's not about the children's well-being. It's not about the father well-being. If a father really loves his children, he's going to do his best to, be in a child's life. That's devastating not to be able to see your own kids because of this broad. The truth is going to get out about why they really broke up. The truth is really going to get out. The truth is really going to get out. Now the kids and everybody in the neighborhood, the dogs, the cats, the parrots, the little birdies, everybody, the Meemaw, Peepaw, and everybody looking at this broad crazy. Now you did what? Yeah, your mama, she was out there thotting it up, and she know me with her ex-boyfriend, and I was gonna plan on marrying her, but she was cheating on me with her ex-boyfriend, and she had another dude on the side. So she was talking to two dudes and me, and she was talking about I really loved your mom, but then I told her it was over, and then she came to my house, started crying and all this stuff. I told her I didn't want to be with her, and I'm moving on, and then she came to my house, and she was wearing the most sexiest thing I ever seen, and then wham bam, thank you ma'am, and this is how you guys came about. But to be honest, I didn't want your mom anymore after I found out that she was cheating. After I found out she was cheating with two guys, now be honest, I really did love your mom at one time, but when I found out, this is Kirk Franklin's father talking to the kids. Kirk, and let's say he got other kids, but let's just say Kirk, he said, I loved your mom. I wanted to marry her, but when I found that out, man, I can't do that. I can't deal with that because I'm inviting mess into my life. She's cheating on me now. Then I'm gonna marry her. She's gonna be cheating again, and I put all this money and effort. I get married. She takes half and all that. I said I couldn't deal with the drama. She was too much to handle. And I don't know how she is now, but she had a drinking problem. Now Kirk Franklin finding out that his mom has a drinking problem. And yeah, she used to drink. She used to smoke. I mean, she was a sweet person. She was a sweet girl, but those habits, when when she smokes, she's all right. But when she start getting that liquor, even if she smokes, you know, once that liquor get in her system, your mama start acting a fool, and she cheating, and she's always crying. I couldn't handle her. And yes, I should have wore rubber. I should have did the godly thing and got married. If I didn't plan on marrying her, I know I shouldn't have knocked her up. But I was just being the man. She was a very attractive woman back then. She won't talk to me, so I haven't seen her in years. I don't know what she looked like, but you know, I made a mistake. I should have never slept with her that night she came over. Now Kirk Franklin's looking like, what the hell is going on? You know how black folks act a fool. We gotta have some gossip, baby. We got to have that gossip. What the hell is going on? This is your mom. Now, this is what the mom feared the whole time. She feared that the truth came out, and now the kids are looking at her ugly ass in a different way. And now the judgment will be on her. Now she's not looking as perfect, innocent mom. The truth, the veil has been pulled up. The blinds have been pulled to the side. The curtains have been pulled to the side, and everybody can see. Curtains. Open them up. Open them. No, we ain't closing. We open them up. Now we can see your mom for which she's a drunk. She's a pothead, and she loves to get screwed. And she had no intentions of being a mother. It shows. Look at her. Look at her raggedy ass. Look at her raggedy ass. Excuse me, my French. Excuse my French, y'all. I don't play with them babies. Babies need guidance. They need love. They need attention. They need a lot so they can get a clear perception of the world. Because the world's already crazy. The world is already crazy. And I think the last thing little ones need is a crazy ass household. Now, is any household perfect? Absolutely not. But to deliberately turn your kids away from the father for your own personal gain, for your own malicious agendas, just horrible. Just horrible. But I'm glad that if this is real, glad that Kirk found his father. I hope they hit it off. It's going to be some more drama coming. I'm going to keep my eyes open. There's going to be more drama coming. But y'all flood my comments. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in to the Michael T. Porter Music Podcast. This is Rooted in Music segment. Oh, everything we talk about. Music. I love music. I'm a music artist myself. I love music. I love writing music. I love singing. I love rapping. I love it all. I love listening to y'all. If y'all got music, shoot it my way. Send me a link. Let me hear you, baby. Let me hear you, baby. Big artists. Indie. Underground. I just love music. Also, check out when you guys get time, check out my other channel, 250 Gemstones Culture. Everything's over there. I got skits, I got stories, I got journalism. We be breaking down what's going on in these news, or bringing you guys the hardcore content and giving y'all my perspective and asking for you guys perspective as well. Oh, we got so much over there. I got lives over there. We are cutting up. I got shorts over there. Check both channels out. Y'all keep coming back to this one. Also check that one out. Check it out. I work hard for y'all because it's bigger than me. It's for y'all. It's for the people. I do it for the people. And I every time I speak, every time I do these things, I make it like it's my last. I make my first like it's my last. So a lot of you guys, your first time hearing me. I want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all. Those of you have been rocking with me, my day one subscribers. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. I want to thank you all for everything. But I'm a very busy man. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a boss. I'm all that. And I got to go. But I want to say thank y'all again. Thank y'all again. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Kirk Franklin mama and all these mothers around the world lying to their children. Until next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. 250 Rooted in Music TV. I'm gone.